I was caught at 8th day of life when I could not say yes or no.
I know what they did was wrong for me, but I don't have any power.
Sometimes I don't want to go to class so that they won't ask me that,
Very difficult for me to ask for sex. And it doesn't have any meaning to me. When I got to school and I was married, I discovered that I have missed a lot because what I'm supposed to enjoy with has been removed.
Female genital mutilation, FGM, is a procedure that involves partial or total removal of the external female genitalia for non-medical reasons. According to Nigeria Demographic and Health Survey 2013, over 20 million women and girls in Nigeria today have undergone this gruesome and totally needless cultural practice. The Southwest records the second highest prevalence by geopolitical zone, with Ekiti, Osun, and Oyo states recording incidence rates of 57.9%, 45.9%, and 31.1% respectively. Despite the efforts of various stakeholders towards advocating against FGM practice in the country, this menace still thrives in silence.
Èmi tí ẹ ń bá sọ̀rọ̀ ní Ìbà Ọ̀nàkọ̀lá Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́, alàgbà Lukman Ogunṣínà Oyèbámíjì, olóyè gbogbo àwọn tó ń kọlà nílùú Ọ̀yọ́ òní. Àdọ̀dọ̀ méjì ni obìnrin ní, negative and positive ni méjèèjì. Àwọn méjèèjì ló máa ń develop, ó máa ń hù. But tó bá ti di pé ìgbà tó mọ́ bá wà ní kékeré, ojú bẹ̀ á fojú hàn. Ó kò ní pé èèyàn ó gbọ́wọ́ lọ síbòmíì. Ọlọ́run ti fi àdọ̀dọ̀ yẹn síbẹ̀. Àwọn àdọ̀dọ̀ yẹn first layered, iná ni wọ́n máa remove. Iná ni wọ́n pè ní ìdábẹ́ fún obìnrin.
Female genital mutilation is a horrifying experience that carves a wound not just on the body of the survivor, but in her memory. And because it is a practice carried out by the more powerful members of the family and community, there's only so much fight the survivor can put up.
Then I was living with my grandmother. In that fateful morning, they just gathered us together, about 10 of us in the compound, without notifying us. That man just came in and they were just lying us down on the floor, spreading mat and rag, putting us on it, and they started cutting.
Kì í ṣe blade, kò sí scissors, àpálábá náà máa ń lò. Wọ́n bá tẹ̀ ti lò ó tó wá já ewé efinrin, wọ́n fi sójú ẹ̀, kò sí pọ̀ ọ̀rọ̀ iodine. Tí tetanus bá wọ̀ tó bá ti lè kú, ó kú náà nìyẹn. Nígbà yẹn náà, wọ́n dẹ̀ kì í dá fọ́mọ kékeré. Wọ́n á ti jẹ́ kéèyàn dàgbà. Ìgbà tán dá abẹ́ fún mi, mo mọ̀ gbà yẹn 10 years old ni mí. Nígbà tán dá abẹ́ fún wa èmi, sister mi tí mo tẹ̀lé, sister tó jẹ́ first born, ọmọ dájì mi obìnrin. Tá jọ rí bákan náà, ṣe la máa ké, ara wa gbóná bíi, ara wa máa gbóná bíi. Ó jẹ́ pé oògùn tán máa lò fún wa gan nímọ̀ bóyá lo oògùn fún wa, ara wa ò ní balẹ̀. Nígbà tán ṣe tàwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi tán fẹ́ ṣe ti tèmi sà. In fact, torí mi ló kéré jù nínú wọn, wọ́n ṣe báyìí kan tó rí ṣe. Nígbà tí mò ń rí báwọn ẹ̀gbọ́n mi ṣe ń sunkún, mo lé mi ò ṣe. Àwọn tó dì mí mú gbà yẹn kan tó ṣe fún mi, wọ́n ju 5. Kan tó rí ṣe, ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ni tó mú ẹsẹ̀ mélé, ọ̀tọ̀ lẹ́ni tó mú ẹsẹ̀ mélé, ọ̀tọ̀ làwọn tó kan tó rí ṣe lára mi gbà yẹn.
FGM inflicts unbearable pain on the survivor, leaving them with a terrible burden they carry for a lifetime.
500 naira ló ń dà mí láàmú kiri báyìí. 500 naira ló lágbà lọ́jọ́ yẹn. 500 naira.
I didn't know I was caught until I was 20 years old. It was when I started having issues, painful urination, some effects of FGM. I had to go to the hospital. And when the doctor checked, it was like, you were caught. I was like, I didn't know. He said, go and ask your mommy at home. So when I got home, I asked my mom. She said I was caught. So I realized that when I was in primary school, I used to have some unusual discharge as a small girl. And I remember telling my mom, she took me to the hospital and they were like, yeah, imagine toilet sound low, stuff like that. So I didn't understand what they were saying. I just remember my mom got me a potty and she used to wash my bodies for me and like that. So when I was having the issue, I was treated and I was fine. Then later on, I started having painful urination again, frequent urination and all of that.
The way I was caught, when I was having my babies, they used to cut me. That is episiotomy, helping my private part to expand so that we allow the baby hairs to come out. If they don't give me that episiotomy, and because there is already scar, so if they don't do that, I'm liable to so many first degree tear, second degree tear, or third degree tear. So because of that, throughout the time I was bearing children, they used to give me that episiotomy, which in normal ground, I'm supposed to have my own baby normally without giving me episiotomy. And episiotomy is very painful.
Ìgbà tó di pé ọmọ yẹn dàgbà tó ń lè sọ̀rọ̀, ó sọ fún mi pé abẹ́ yẹn ń dùn òun. Ojú rẹ̀ máa ń pọ́n, ó sì máa ń ṣẹ́jẹ̀ jáde. Yóò sì máa fún wọn ké yẹ́ mo sọ pé abẹ́ òun dùn òun, abẹ́ òun dùn òun. Mo pe olóòlà tó dábẹ́ fún un. Ó ní bó ṣe yí wa wà nú pé kò sí nǹkan tí ó ṣe níbẹ̀. Mo dé lọ sí hospital. Wọ́n dẹ̀ bá mi ṣàyẹ̀wò fún. Wọ́n sọ fún mi wípé ìnira tó ní láti ibi abẹ́ ló ti wá tí kò fi lórí tọ̀tọ̀ dáadáa. Inú mi bàjẹ́. Omijé gba ojú mi. Mo sun ẹkún gidi lọ́jọ́ yẹn. Torí kò sí olùrànlọ́wọ́ kankan fún mi. Ọmọ yẹn ò ní bàbá, èmi nìkan náà ni. Èmi yìí náà ni ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ yẹn ni mò ń ṣe.
Female genital mutilation is unethical practices that is of public health importance, in the sense that rather than causing blessing, is now causing more harms to the people because of its complications. In the sense that if somebody clitoris, major and minor labia majora are cut, it causes more problem in the sense that apart from bleeding that may occur, that will lead to anemia. And apart from that, if those areas being cut now form scars around that area, if the woman or the girl is pregnant, it will be difficult to have safe delivery, thereby causing obstructed labor. So with that, it increases maternal as well as neonatal deaths. And apart from that, having it can lead to what we call vesicovaginal fistula. Hence, there is need to ensure that the harmful practices are eliminated in the society.
The Violence Against Person Prohibition Act 2015, which came into force on 25th May 2015, is a federal law attempting to prohibit FGM across Nigeria. Section 6 of the VAPP Act provides for a set of punishments for FGM. Some of these punishments include being liable to a term of imprisonment not exceeding 4 years or to a fine not exceeding 200,000 naira or both. Anybody who attempts, aids, abets, or incites another to carry out FGM is also liable to a term not exceeding 2 years imprisonment or to a fine not exceeding 100,000 naira or to both. Some states in Nigeria have their own state laws expressly prohibiting FGM. These states include Lagos, Osun, Ondo, Ekiti, Bayelsa, Ogun, Delta, Ebonyi, Oyo, Imo, Edo, Cross River, and Rivers State.
We have the provision of female genital mutilation and cutting law 2004. Very good law, short but very good law. It captures almost everything except in 2 areas. The penalty are not sufficient to effectively deter perpetrators, okay, in the present milieu. As of 2004, perhaps, if you ask somebody to pay a fine of 20,000, 50,000, that would be punitive enough, all right? But today, you need to review. People know that they will pay a fine of 500,000, 200,000, they will not want to do. They will look at the pecuniary gain as not worth the punishment. Because some people carry out FGM for pecuniary gain. So they see that the punishment far outweigh the benefit financially. So they will not do it. Then the prison terms, the penal sanctions should be reviewed upward. That is one need. That's a legislative requirement. Secondly, there is no provision to enforce reportage. And that is the core problem we have with the laws. All the laws I've mentioned, in fact, throughout the country, but specifically in Osun State, there is no provision of these laws that compares stakeholders or people who are aware of this dastardly act to report.
Despite the established harmful effect of female genital mutilation and the laws that have been made to discourage the practice, FGM remains underreported.
The reporting has not been encouraging. People shy away from the act. People shy away from reporting because one thing or the other, most times it is the parents or caregiver that always do such things. And once it happens, unless it leads to death or something that has to, the patient, the victim has to get to a hospital for medical intervention, that is when a competent doctor, a qualified doctor will ask, why is such act done? And this must be reported. That is when they get to the notice of police officers.
Why people are not coming out is because they are the one doing it. Like in a family, a grandma will just carry his own children to maybe their relatives to go and do this thing. The people they are doing it, they know them. Even they know them. And when they catch them, they will know that that problem will still bring on them. Though they try to cover up.
It should be made a legal obligation that if you become aware that an innocent child or an helpless woman is about to be mutilated, it should be your duty as a neighbor to report. So in essence, if you know that somebody is about to be caught, it should not be a voluntary choice, because some people for social reasons say, what is my own? They will blackmail me, they will say I'm the one who report, and I will lose relationship and friends, so I won't report. And the damage is done. Injustice is perpetrated. But if it is sanctionable for you not to report when you are aware, then everybody knows, sorry, I don't want to go to jail. If you are doing this, I will report. Or I don't want to be fined for participating quietly or silently in your crime.
If some husbands are not caring enough, it can lead to divorce. They should show love. They should accept their wives. It wasn't our own making. Not that we are the one that did it for ourselves. So because of the reason that we are not the one that did it ourselves, they should care for us and love us the way. And then we have to now sit down. How are we going to iron this problem out?
Àwọn tí wọ́n ń ṣe ìdábẹ́ yẹn gangan ni ó pọ̀ sí lọ́wọ́ jù. Àti bí pé tí òbí ọmọ bá jáde nínú rẹ̀ pé mo fẹ́ dábẹ́ fọ́mọ, wọn ní lọ bá wọn nínú ilé. So gbogbo òbí ni máa rọ̀ kán má lọ bọ́ ló láàmú.
There's no single advantage in female child mutilation.
please, you need to stop this. This pretty penny, does not save life, either it harms us.